was the worst week in many freshman girls' experience. It was awkward, ego-crushing, and brought us in the depths of shallowness. The 2-minute conversations are just a chance for as many girls as possible to judge how pretty you are. That's the only thing that they could determine in such a short amount of time. This quote comes from an anonymous girl that took part in Ashley Rolnick's study of sorority recruitment, and comes from the website Hazing, Rituals, and Traditions. I can definitely identify with this quote because just last year I went through sorority recruitment. The day after I moved into college, we began recruitment. I was so homesick that I didn't feel like I was in any state of mind to be making a big life decision. As the week went on, I only got more confused. And at the end of the week, I joined a sorority just because I felt like everyone else was and I didn't want to be left out. A month and a half later, I dropped out of my sorority, and so did a lot of my other friends that had joined me as well. When we got together and talked about why, we had all came to the common conclusion that recruitment was too fast after you moved in. We didn't even get to go to our first day of classes before they were asking us to decide who we wanted to be on this campus for the next 4 years. And to be honest, none of us really knew the answers. By explaining the aspects of fall recruitment that I find to be ineffective, I hope to persuade you all that spring recruitment would be the better option for all universities. One great thing about spring recruitment is that it's far more informal than fall recruitment. This is a picture that would be what the sorority girls would be wearing when they greeted the people that are going to recruitment during the fall recruitment period. They're all wearing matching outfits, and you all have to wait outside their house, and they come out and they get you one by one and take you inside their sorority house. You then have 2-minute conversations with a lot of different girls, and just as soon as you're there, you're gone, and you're more confused than ever. One great thing about spring recruitment is that they don't sing door songs. One thing about fall recruitment is that when they come outside to get you, they often sing and dance and make everyone feel very uncomfortable. But at spring recruitment, they don't do that. According to Katie Beneke, she said at a sorority house at the University of South Carolina, their budget for their fall recruitment was $15,000. In the spring recruitment, they don't spend near as much money because it's more about getting to know you and kind of just being genuine. Also, it makes a lot of girls feel better during the spring recruitment that they don't have to wear dresses every day. They can more wear what they would go to class in, which would be a blouse and some of their jeans. And that makes everyone feel more comfortable. And the sorority girls would be wearing the clothes that they went to class in as well. So you can depict them more as humans rather than these creatures just wearing matching outfits. We will now look into a research study done by Ashley Rolnick, a graduate from Northwestern University. All the information was found from the Daily Collegian by writer Sam Butterfield. Ashley Rolnick's study followed 127 freshman college girls. 68 were going through rush and 59 were not. Her point of her study was to see if girls going through rush had a higher level of self-objectification and signs of eating disorders. She did this by giving them a series of surveys. The first survey asked demographic questions as well as height, weight, and if they were going through rush. 5 days before rush, they received another survey asking about how they viewed their own body image. 4 days into rush, they received that same survey. On the 7th day, they once again were asked questions about how they viewed themselves. 1 month after rush, they were asked to give their opinions of rush and the whole process. What Ashley found was that participants in rush did suffer from a higher level of self-objectification than girls that didn't go through rush. However, that body awareness did not increase during the rush period, but was high from the time that they had the first survey until the last survey. Also, the girls going through rush scored higher on the bulimia scale at every level of the survey. This is a statistic that I find to be very sad and scary, in that it is for every point increase in body mass index, rushies were 44% more likely to drop out of rush. I find that this is because when the girls are greeted by the other sorority girls with their matching outfits and high heels and their hair and their makeup, it makes the girls going through recruitment feel like they're more of like these mystical creatures rather than humans, and it makes the girls going through recruitment judge themselves and kind of feel insecure, and so that gives them anxiety, and then a lot of these girls end up dropping out of rush because they feel like they're not good enough or pretty enough to be in a sorority, which I think is very sad. And giving these freshman girls a semester to gain confidence and to find a spot that they feel comfortable in on the campus would make them feel a lot more comfortable during the recruitment process that would take place in the spring. Now we will move on to something a little more personal. I believe that giving the freshman girls a semester to get used to college is not only beneficial for them, but as well as the sorority. This next quote comes from an article online called Spring Rush, Your Guide to Rushing a Sorority Spring Semester. Stacy from Vanderbilt is going to be giving her ideas and her comments on having recruitment in the spring. She said, I recognize how crucial it is to utilize this process. It gives us time to meet the freshmen and get to know them before the recruitment process. Plus, it gives the sorority more time to plan recruitment, and it gives the freshmen more time to get used to college before rush. I definitely agree with everything that she says in this quote. Freshman girls in their first semester, it's very important for them to discover themselves and to get involved in activities that they find interest in. And then when they do that, they are going to more naturally find friends that they were more likely to hang out with, rather than going through rush the very first week before you have any other friends and just joining a house and hoping that they're right for you. One big argument with having recruitment during the spring semester rather than the fall is that a lot of freshman girls coming in know that they want to join a sorority, so they think, why should I have to wait a whole semester? And my solution to that would be that the freshman girls would still be able to spend time with those other girls in sororities and to go over to the house and maybe even go to some of the events. And it also gives them something to look forward to and a reason to get good grades and to get through the first semester of college. Overall, I just think that spring recruitment is a better solution for everyone. I believe that retention rates in the sororities would be a lot higher if they had recruitment in the spring rather than in the fall. I believe that a lot of the anxiety and the self-doubt that a lot of freshman girls feel would decrease once they had a semester of college under their belt. And I also believe that a lot of the sorority girls would be very happy that they had a whole semester to plan recruitment rather than just a week at the end of the summer, because that can be very hectic. I just think that the first week of classes for freshmen can be hard enough without having to wonder or worry if you made a huge decision that was wrong for you. I'm sure a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking, what does this have to do with me? I'll never go through sorority recruitment. I'm past that in my life. But I can guarantee all of you either have a daughter, niece, granddaughter, or friend who has gone through sorority recruitment or someday will. And that girl may even call you in tears asking for advice because she's so stressed out about recruitment and what decision to make. And I truly believe that if recruitment was held in the spring, a lot less of those tearful phone calls of girls having anxiety would happen, because they would feel much more confident having a semester of college already done, and they know where they stand on that campus and kind of what they're looking for in a sorority. And so overall, in conclusion, I believe that the Greek system is wonderful. However, moving recruitment to the spring semester would benefit everyone involved. As this school year is about to start, I hope that we can all stand together and stand up for what we believe in, moving recruitment to the spring semester. Thank you.